Yo, 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 new day, new day. So I don't have a particular thing to talk about as I always do, as I never do. I never have anything in particular to talk about. So let's just yap and see where it goes. Invincible. I've watched a single episode more of Invincible. I think I'm at episode like 5 or something. We're still really early on, but Noland, aka the dad, aka I think his name is Omni-Man. He's still incredibly sus. I still feel like he's gonna fucking be this tyrannical ruler and is gonna take over the world. He still had some weird moments. I don't even remember. Wait, it's been a while since I've watched like episode 4, so I don't even know if there was a conclusion to that like little space adventure he was on. He arrived at on Mars for like some explorers, some astronauts, like, you know, basically the whole thing was staged, right? But it wasn't really. Like, they were actually on Mars, but it was just like, you know, humanity really needs a big W after Nolan killed all the, basically the 7, the big good guys, the big good guys, sure. So they're all dead, and it's actually pretty fun following the new team that's supposed to be like, you know, actually taking over. But they're not doing a great job whatsoever. I still don't understand why Rex is even there. He's so fucking useless, and he's not a team player. He fucking sucks. And the majority of them are just like high school students, and I don't really know why. The most interesting to watch right now is a Robot, because Robot is clearly pulling something behind the scenes, and I expect, you know, he got the blood sample of, I think, Rex. Maybe it was Mark, maybe it was Rex. It was one of the two, and no, it was probably Mark, because he. Yeah, okay, so there was a post-credits scene in this episode 5, where it showed, like, in a lab somewhere that, yeah, Mark Grayson was, like, on a test tube or something. It was not a test tube. It's like one of those little fucking molecular test thingamajigs. I don't remember what it's called. How would I even translate it? I don't even know. You know what I mean, right? Where you set particles down and then they can grow on their own. They just have one of those, but filled with blood of a Viltrumite, aka Mark Grayson, and it's also timed pretty well with you know, we assume that, okay, now Mark is actually dead. No, of course he's not fucking dead. First of all, he's the main character. Second of all, he is the son of Omni-Man, aka he is an alien. He's straight up just an alien. There's no more to that. That was my own fault. Womp womp. That was also my own fault. Womp womp. So, essentially, I don't even know what he wants. Robot? I don't know what Robot wants, but he's so ominous. And I question everything that he does, and I also question everything Nolan does, because he has so many sus flags. Also, like, you know, first of all, there's still the thing where he went to another planet or another like dimension or something and told some guys that were invading Earth that no, your Earth is not yours to be conquered, and then proceeded to destroy their fucking planet, which is very indicating of, you know, it's not very indicating of anything, but he might as well have said, in my eyes at least, might as well have said, yeah, no, I'm gonna conquer Earth, you stay away from me. and he's just continuing this very. So I have no reason to think that he is suddenly a good guy now. Because he's just like, okay, yeah, no, this is like this whole thing is really hard for me. For this whole thing is hard after Mark actually became a superhero, and they have this like moral dilemma of like, yeah, sure, he can save the Earth, Mark. He can save the Earth from like meteors and aliens and shit, but is that really like, if he doesn't even give a shit about like the smaller picture? Like it's basically the smaller picture versus the bigger picture, and that's like basically the difference between the mom and the dad of the family, of course, because one is a fucking the world's strongest and most famous superhero, and the other is just some woman. My painkiller is ready. Be right back. Yummy. But he said something about like, okay, yeah, I didn't expect it to be this hard these like past 5 or 6 months or however long it was. You know, after Mark became a superhero, like, and I feel like that's very much just, you know, him developing some sort of humanity and not really wanting to. Like that, he's basically just talking about his own feelings. He didn't expect it to be like have this much of an effect on him. I have no idea if I'm just chalking out of my ass and I'm just suspecting this kind old man for no reason. But I mean, we did. I'm just going off what we saw. We saw him absolutely clobber the 6 or 7 most respected and kind-hearted people out there. Could of course just be some sort of mind control that we have no idea. It would be kind of shitty somehow because there is no indication of that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to balance because that's something that I realized is, you know, that's just something that I really like in shows when there's, you know, very little foreshadowing, but the foreshadowing is there, so you have a bunch of things that you can just piece together. And some of it is wrong, some of it is right. And that's, for example, when I talked about free run yesterday, I got some complaints, which is rare because I'm always right in everything I say. In that, yeah, this just, you know, Freerun didn't show her entire hand. She's always saved her like trump card, and sure, I mean, I expected that, sure. Actually, this whole thing, yeah, I'm still right. That wasn't a complaint of mine at all, but it's like, you know, there's not really any. Now I'm just thinking of what my feelings are about the free run fight. Because essentially, my biggest gripe with the fight was just like, it wasn't even the fight. It was just more the setup of the fight and that not really hitting any major conclusion, or like the execution wasn't like too great. I mean, I still like the fight, the final fight of the second exam. It was still pretty good. Second round of the exam, I guess. I feel like I've walked so much on my particularly left foot today, but it's just, there's a hole in my sock, and when it hits the ground, it makes a different kind of friction than the rest of my foot, and then I think that I'm really fucking hurt, and it's gonna be a bitch tomorrow when I have to, well, basically the entire week. This entire week is gonna be so fucking boring for you guys because I'm just gonna go home and say, yeah, I have been to work. And that's it. I have nothing more to report. It's kind of goofy because I do have... You know, I was scheduled for basically the entire day, the entire week. Which is... It was gonna be a bit much anyway, but... Now I have one day off. And all the other days I've just shaved, like, I think 2 or 3 hours off those. Which is fine by me. I like my free time, and I need it because I don't really need it. I like the money, but you aren't supposed to move. You're not supposed to move at the same time while the other is doing the thingy. You can't just do this. Let me actually take this fight seriously for a second. You do this twice in a row. This is weird. Alright, so I have concentrated enough. What was I thinking? Yeah, I need to go do some shopping this week, and I wouldn't have time otherwise, so I gotta... It's weird because I gotta show up at like 2 most days. At least Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, I gotta show up at 2. And that's kind of fucking weird, but at least I get some time to go buy some. I need to buy some fucking some more clothes. All my pants are just either ripping apart or becoming too small because I'm getting fatter by the day. Was that 4 hits or 3 hits? I hope 4. But there's also a sale going on at a local shop because it's probably closing down, I think. Which is sad, but I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I hope that they still have something left. That is gonna be the day after tomorrow's then, because I gotta fucking work the entire day tomorrow. And they are closed when I get home. I also need to get a fucking what's it called? Like, is it just called a drill? You know, drilling holes into wall machine. Because I kind of need that and some screws to that is my current solution for my disc plates because fuck disc plate. I've researched, that's the word. I've researched some something about the displays, and it's apparently the leaf. There was a leaf that came with the packaging. To catch anyone up, my displays have been falling down from the day I got them, and they have been fucking up my wall, which is now my roommate's wall. And I don't really, like, ever since I changed rooms here, I don't know if I should hang them up again just like the normal way, or if I should take the emergency route I have and just drill holes, like drill the screw through the fucking magnet and drill that screw into the wall. Because I'm very confident that that's what makes the actual difference. Do you have to do that so high up? I'm confident that that's the difference maker. Because it's essentially just like the magnet that doesn't stick to the wall. The tape, I think it's fallen off once and then it just can't really be reused, and then you have to buy whole new ones for like $10 a piece or some shit like that. So I'm just gonna drill a hole in my wall. It's not gonna be that fucking hard. I also needed for my lamp. I just currently have my lamp standing there on top of my shelf. I also do need another shelf to put a bunch of random shit on, because currently there's just a bunch of shit in my there's still a bunch of shit in my in a box, in a moving box, just like sitting on my floor. Oh, I need to get out of here. Great. So yeah, that's... I desperately need a fucking drill, and I need some clothes. I probably should also, depending on my economic situation, I could also see if I have the time to go see it, like, what's it called, like an eye doctor, or what the fuck, because my sight has been worsening so bad. But of course I'm not gonna admit that, even when I eventually do have my glasses. But again, glasses are so fucking, like, actual proper glasses are so fucking expensive. But I have tried, like, currently I just have some, like, cheap ass ones for, like, I don't know, $5 at the local fucking supermarket. I haven't even bought them myself. It's my brother's old ones, which makes it even more goofy. So yeah, he eventually just went to an eye doctor. Like, it's a place I already know where I'm gonna go. It's some place that I walk by every single day, but I don't have the time because that's the route I'm going when I'm going to work. And I don't really... It sounds sad, but I don't really go outside other than just for work. At least not in that direction. Like, I don't just go around when I have free time, so I'm not reminded. So that's kind of goofy, but yeah, I should have the time at some point during the next week. Again, depending on how much money it is, because they are fucking, like, prescription glasses. Ow, they hurt. They hurt. They hurt. Not much more to it. Rosa. Shut up. But yeah, I am broke as hell. I have been spending so much money this month that I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't have. Well, it's money that I should have been spending, but I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, the displays keep falling off, and I'm pretty sure it's the leaf. The leaf is something that I didn't know existed before actually just, you know, seeing one behind my roommate's display. Like, it's something you hang on the wall to, like, minimize damage on your wall. But literally everything I can find about this says that your wall is gonna get fucking destroyed by using this, so I don't really see a reason to use it. I think I actually just got lucky that I didn't end up using it, that I didn't realize it existed, because, like, the thing is, it is very brown in coloring, so there's a very good chance that I just skipped it. I just, like, missed it during the unpackaging, because, you know, it is very cardboard colored. So that probably is what happened, but man, I don't know. Even though they're falling down constantly and my displays are fucking destroyed, I feel lucky that I didn't fucking put that up, because then I wouldn't. Then I would have. Shit, I still. God damn it. I should have just drilled them into the wall to start with, like, from the fucking get-go. And that's what I'm gonna do here. I tried shortly. One of the is random actually no, it's not up. I have one. It's the Chainsaw Man, like, astronauts cut in half, and the the Darkness Devil, like that fucking goated panel. That one display is a fucking trooper. It is so goated. It has never fallen down, except this once. Well, it has fallen down once, and that's the incredible thing. It's fallen down, like, once. you know, when the mechanic of falling down has been introduced in my life. And then I just hung it up again, and nothing really happened. Nothing. There was no consequence. Like it was just there until I myself removed it, and now it has fallen down once again because you know it's fuck displays. But apparently this leaf you have, I'm not gonna buy the new fucking leaves again because I'm fucking broke. I'm also not gonna buy any new magnets, also because I'm broke. Uh-oh. Well, at least I hit him a couple times. So yeah, many of these problems I have is essentially just me needing money, which is, yeah, I don't know, insert some Joker Society quote here. But yeah, the other half is also just me being fucking lazy. Good night, little bro. Alright. I looked over at OBS for a second. I thought I hadn't recorded the last, like, 20 minutes. What would I have done? I would have probably just continued the run. Recorded it and said, yeah, I'm here. Who would disprove me? Uh-oh. God, I hate Gatling. I've already lost 2 hearts to this fucking guy, and I'm about to lose a 3rd. God, why? That was such a good position to fuck him up. Oh, didn't lose a 3rd. Great. Yes, yeah, I gotta do that. At work, I gotta fucking learn to make the new shit we've been making. Our boss has been upgrading our, like, everything that we have on our menu. I don't even have to heal. This is great. Like, everything we have on our menu, but not our menu, which is the weird thing. Like, sure, I actually, now that I think about it, I don't get paid enough to fucking learn the new shit. That's also probably the reason why I haven't learned the old shit. But, like, there's no fucking reason for me to do that. So, I'm not going to. That's a decision I've just made now. I'm not gonna make an effort to do it unless it benefits me, myself. One way it's done that is that we have some bowls, some fucking poke bowls. Why it's named poke bowls, I will never know. But it's essentially just like, it's really fucking delicious, right? It's some rice, some pretty basic sauces, Obama, Finnair. Just like, if I'm just random as, like, greenery on there, I don't even know what it is. A couple of beans. That's it. And either some more sauce and some fucking kebab, or whatever you want to put on there, I guess. I have the freedom. I'm the one making the shit. That is fucking delicious. We also have, we're beginning to make some doner kebabs, and that is also goated, except when I make it. Could also be because I don't really know how to make it, which is, again, I'm not getting paid enough to actively learn it, unless I'm making it for myself. That's also the thing with the bowls. I haven't actually learned how to do it. I just freestyle after, like, you know, learning somewhat what the ingredients are. Like, yeah, I can dig this, yeah. I haven't made any that is not for myself yet, which is how I would like it to continue. Ooh. But yeah, some new menu updates. We also had a fucking staff meeting. Wait, that's the thing. We didn't have a staff meeting, actually. Today was weird, because I was supposed to leave at 3, That's when my shift said, at least. But then I would have come back, like, literally 2 hours later for a staff meeting. And it takes me, like, transport would have taken me, like, 40 minutes, like, each way. I would, that would have sucked. So I just stayed. And then I decided to stay. Then we got a text because some of the guys were out bowling last night. I didn't join because I didn't want to, and I already made up an excuse. I didn't make up an excuse. I thought I was out with the boys last night, but that got moved to Friday night, and some complicated shit that you probably will never keep track of. And this is just filler for me to further yap. But essentially, things got cancelled, and I sat there. I just went overtime because I wanted to. The thing is, we do not get paid like overtime time. We just get paid for the time we're there, which already that fucking sucks. But I mean, more money for me still, no matter how little it is. And I also got to take more shit home, so that's a W. Thank you, both of those, for not going up any further. Those two fuckers. Okay. So yeah, no staff meeting because some of them were out just fucking drinking all night, and they convinced our boss, aka the boss's son, who is the like managing. I'm convinced that he's gonna take over and be the boss at some point, but he has zero fucking backbone when it comes to like listening to our demands and shit. So can I heal without it? Well, I could, I guess. Okay, this is gonna be a fun God Tamer fight. So my boss with zero backbone, he of course backed out and said, "Oh well, we'll just do it another time then." I also got the insider lore today while just talking to one of my coworkers, one of my favorite coworkers. This sucks. That he's probably gonna quit soon. Like within 2 months or so, because he really wants to go back to like having his own business, essentially. He did have one before, like just like he's a mud man, right? So he had a pizza place, of course he did, pizza and kebab place. But it was like properly like his own. Well, not properly. It was in his name, probably managed by his dad, and then they got fucked by the tax office. And then they had to close down, I guess. I don't actually think they had to close down. They just had to pay a bunch of shit, and then, you know, I don't know, he had to find another job. But he's essentially opening up another pizza place in another town because there are... Oh my god, the Tamer girl is fucking me up right now. Oh, go away. Go the fuck away. Ah, my god. Okay. So, that kind of sucks. It's, you know, he's not the greatest guy. He's not my pal, my bro, my buddy, but he's the closest thing I got out there, right? So it kind of sucks to see that he's leaving, but I mean, what else am I, like, what am I supposed to do? Just fucking convince him not to? No, this place sucks, so why would he stay? He also said that he owns this, he knows the owner way better than I do and shit, right? So he's saying they're thinking of opening up another branch of this very small local family restaurant in another town, in another city, in another mall somewhere else. And then he and the boss's son that I was talking about, they're gonna be like the managers of that place. Which sounds pretty fucking cool, right? You know, of course, when your opinion matters, everything is fucking awesome. But uh-oh, I'm on the wrong side. Alright, but, I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I don't really know what their plan is. Their plan is very fucking ambitious. They just wanna open up a chain in the entire country. Granted, Denmark is a small fucking country. So it is doable, I guess. But, shit, man. And it's not like I can say, you know, I really wanted to say, like, yeah, please let me join you, I can go with you, let me have an excuse to leave this place. But I, of course, didn't, because I have no experience in any sort of business, whereas he definitely has. And I don't really know. I could, of course, learn a bunch of fucking tips and tricks and shit. But it's not like I don't know if I fit that sort of world, and I don't want to fucking... I don't really know if I want to move for that purpose. Because I'm probably gonna have to. Yeah, sucks to suck, but that's how it is. My buddy is leaving me for the sake of money, which is acceptable. Wait, he teleports if you hit him before he's done? I didn't even know that. Or I just forgot about that, I guess. Yeah. This is pretty bad. I'm forgetting to use my spells. I'm just hitting him with my nail. It's going so much slower. God, Nightmare King Grim is gonna be horrible if I have the same playstyle. I think it's gonna be easier because I don't... Well, it's gonna be harder, but it's gonna be easier to hit the gritty, sure. To make spells, because I don't need to concentrate on actually, you know, on the nail arts because he's so fucking fast. Oh, Watcher Knights. Oh. I forgot you guys existed. It's weird. I think Watcher Knights is pretty much the only boss that you have to go through for the entire fucking game, right? Of course, there's, you know, the Hollow Knight also. I need to shut the fuck up and just play here. There's of course the Hollow Knight, and I think a lot of people also take Grusmother because they need to go down and get Sly in order to get to one of the Dreamers down in... It's not called Deep Nest, it's just... Is it called Deep Nest? Like that cave, the spider place, right? Because they need the light to get down there, but it's like... If you play optimally, you don't even need the light, you just need to know the layout well enough. And when I say well enough, you need to know it like by fucking heart. You need to be a robot, right? But at some point it's gonna be done. So you don't actually need to... That's gonna fucking kill me. How did that not kill me? Okay. You don't really need to beat Grusmother. Not that that's a hard boss though, but whew, I'm so dead. Yep, okay. It's always dangerous having one of them out of sight. I just had to gamble on him just standing there awkwardly. Of course he didn't. Hornet. I forgot about Hornet. But I think that's the only two that are necessary. Well, I've been yapping for long enough. Goodbye, fellas. See you tomorrow.